anytime I'm working with any of my patients that have like numbness or tingling down their hands, I don't care if they have cubital tunnel, radial tunnel, carpal tunnel, you can name them all, any of them. This is one of my favorite moves to help them start to move those nerves and get rid of the numbness and tinglings in their hand, to help them either avoid the surgery if possible, or usually they come into me because they've had the surgery and it's failed. Like basically they're still stuck with numbness and tingling. My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist, and I see a lot of people with numbness and different types of issues like that. And regardless of whether it's coming from the neck or whether it started in the hand, it doesn't matter which came first, the chicken or the egg. We still have poultry, right? We still have numbness. And so it's really important because nerves are one long continuous piece, right? It's not like a bone in the sense like if my finger is broken, this bone is broken, or this bone is broken, or this bone is broken. So when it comes to bones, if you hurt wherever you hurt, that's where your problem is. In nerves, it's one long continuous piece. Now, does it divide and then divide into smaller pieces? It does. But for the most part, even when it's divided, it's still ultimately one long piece together. So what I usually do in my clinic is, if you're coming in for nerve issues, I'm going to show you this one move. Let me show it to you. It's super easy. You know, often I talk about nerves come out of the neck. And so if we want the nerves to move well, we want the neck to move well. And if this is the neck, right? So imagine your bones, your spine bones are all stacked upon each other. Think of a Jenga game, stacked upon each other. This is the lumbar spine. This is the thoracic spine, that middle, this part right here. And then your cervical spine, which is your neck. So if your nerves are coming out of your neck and all I'm doing is moving this, and I can't get everything moving and functional and just being more easy and flexible. So if I'm only doing this, I'm only doing some of the work, not all of the work. So I prefer to make sure everything is moving. So when your hands move, like for your hand, if you came in and I only worked on that one knuckle, you wouldn't get full function of your hand, right? We want to get full function of your hand. We want to get full function and movement of your spine. And so we want to make sure we're working on all of the parts. Find a mat, or really, honestly, you could do this in your bed, right? So let me show you. This move you can do in your bed. I love telling everyone to do this in their bed, right? So do this in the morning, you can do this at night, you can do this in your nap. I don't care when you do it. It's literally the safest thing you can do. I'm showing you because it's really safe. You really can't hurt yourself. I don't think you can hurt yourself, but if you do, well, don't do it. If it hurts, don't do it. So all you're doing is you're laying down on your belly. And then you're gonna prop yourself up on your elbows. Take a deep breath and then relax. Let your shoulder blades kind of sink and sort of come together, right? Down on your belly, prop yourself, take a deep breath, let your shoulder blades come together. I don't want you to really look all the way up, but I don't want you to sink your head. I don't want you to sink your head and look all the way down like this either, okay? So you want to just make sure that if it hurts looking up, then you want to make sure you're looking down. If it hurts looking up, that might mean that your neck is a little bit more bent than it needs to be, all right? But this is a very safe position. I call this in my clinic, oh so pretty. We have several oh so pretty positions, but this is going to be oh so pretty number 1. And we start like this, on your belly, all the way down, and then come on up, take a deep breath. Let me share what it looks like in this position. So in my clinic, I call this one my oh so pretty number 1. And I have several oh so pretty ones. So oh so pretty is you're gonna lay all the way down, prop yourself up on your elbows. It should be nice and easy. It should not hurt you in the front. Shouldn't hurt you anywhere. It shouldn't make anything go more numb. If it does, this is not the right move at the right time. There might be other things you need to do first. Take a deep breath. Relax. Let your shoulder blades kind of sink together, right? This in itself is just prone on elbows, what we call it, because the prone position is your belly position. On your elbows is how you're propping yourself up. And when you're ready, you can be oh so pretty. So this allows you to get a little bit more neck extension. It's not for everybody right at the beginning, but it's for you if you're a little bit more advanced and your neck moves really much better, right? So you get into, I call it oh so pretty because it helps my patients remember what they're supposed to do at home, because they get into this oh so pretty pose, right? The men and the women. All the way down. Come on up, take a deep breath. Exhale, your chest fall forward. You gotta relax your butt muscles. And then you can put your hands under your chin and you're oh so pretty, okay? This is a great move if you're experiencing any kind of numbness or tingling in your hands. If it causes you to have more numbness or you have more pain, this is not the position for you right now. Doesn't mean it's never the position for you. Might just mean you have to do some other things first. Now, if you have a lower back pain, then this is not the position for you. You're not quite ready for it. But here's a little tip. Sometimes you need to just put a pillow underneath your belly, just a little one, to lift up that lumbar spine right here. Sometimes you just need that little support underneath there, and then it allows your spine to move a little bit better. So if you have, this is very easy. It should not hurt, it should not cause more problems. If it does, this is just not the move right now for you. Doesn't mean you can't ever do it, which sometimes you have to do other things first and then come back to it. But if you're someone who is experiencing nerve types of issues, like one of the things that I always work with my patients on is making sure we move the whole nerve, not just one part or one piece of the nerve, because the nerve moves together. And nerves are like your sensitive friend. You don't want to be too aggressive with it because it's going to be real sensitive and it's going to have really hurt feelings like your friends. So you kind of have to tiptoe around it a little bit. You're going to have to move it a little bit and then let it rest, and move it a little bit more and let it rest. And we're just kind of monitoring if it's going to act up and be real sensitive, okay? So don't be discouraged if something is not working out. It takes a little time when it comes to nerve issues, and especially nerve issues that has taken a long time. So one of the things I always recommend is go find someone trusted, someone you trust in your community that can help you figure out some of these nerve types of issues, okay? My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist, certified hand therapist. If you're in Miami, Florida, you can look me up. The links are below if you want to come to my clinic. See you later.